Yamaha Fazer 600 Best Motorcycle Review, Tubular Steel Double Cradle. If the Yamaha Fazer 600 launched tomorrow, it would still probably sell. It's that good a motorcycle. In fact, since Yamaha stopped the FZS 600 Fazer's production in 2003, it has taken them until the launch of the Tracer 700 to replicate the Fazer's magic formula. However, in 1999 the Yamaha Fazer 600 was the best-selling bike in its class, and by 2002 the firm had sold over 83,000 units. There is a reason the FZS Fazer has such a strong following. As soon as its wheels start to turn, you are right at home. It is ease personified, and most of this warm feeling comes from the wonderful motor. With the Fazer, Yamaha got the basics right, and that's what makes it such a great bike. The tank range is long, the seat comfortable, the fairing effective, the brakes sharp, and the motor strong in the mid-range and extremely reliable. The suspension may be a bit baggy, but if that's the Fazer's only real fault 22 years after it was launched, then that's not bad going. Useful Yamaha Fazer 600 specialists include www.foc-u.co.uk and yamahaclub.com. Read on for our full used buying guide. Ride quality and brakes. Launch impressions. When you push the Yamaha Fazer 600 to the limit, which is easy with those blue dot or one brakes up front, it dives a little bit and loads up the front end. It waggles a bit, but the handling is generally confidence-inspiring, and if you take it steady you could ride to Budapest on a Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer and feel no severe aches or pains. Yamaha Fazer 600, what does it ride like now? With limited suspension adjustment, post-2000 models have variable damping in their forks. The Fazer is a bit wobbly in the corners, and the Sumitomo calipers shared with the R1 quickly overwhelm the forks when you brake hard. But where on some bikes this is an annoyance, on the Fazer it makes you giggle and adds to the amusement factor. Engine. There's just under 100 brake horsepower in the Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer's detuned Thundercat 600 cubic centimeters, four-cylinder engine, and that's plenty for backroad fun, as well as motorway commuting if needs be. The Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer delivers its power in a wide spread, and the 6-speed gearbox is there if you feel like playing tag with sports bikes. Yamaha Fazer 600, what's the drivetrain like now? The Yamaha Fazer 600's engine. The inline-4 is beautifully smooth and has the lovely mid-range pull you get with an old long-stroke unit. It's not revvy or buzzy like the FZ6's engine, it's just silky smooth and full of drive. The gearbox may be showing its age. The linkage is notoriously sloppy when worn, but it clunks into gear with a reassuringly solid feel, and the bike is more than happy to break the national speed limit when asked. Reliability and build quality. The Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer is a fairly well-made motorcycle, and except for the black painted downpipes rotting away, or the brake calipers seizing up, the Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer doesn't suffer big problems. It can rack up very high miles with regular servicing. Apart from its thirst for fuel, it would make a great dispatcher's motorcycle. Value versus rivals. There are loads of used Yamaha FZS 600 Fazers out there, and all make a good choice as a first-time proper bike, or a general weekend toy for the rider who values an upright riding position more than 150 miles per hour performance. Yes, it looks a bit dated, but the Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer offers real-world biking for as little as £1,500. If you're looking at the Yamaha Fazer 600 specs and wondering what else to consider, we'd suggest the 1999 Suzuki SV650, 1998 Honda CB600F Hornet, and 2001 Ducati Monster 620. Equipment. There's room for proper waterproofs under the Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer seat. The brakes are outstanding, and the half fairing may look a bit Star Wars 1978, but it works well. Pillion grab rail, stainless steel exhaust silencer, and center stand help make the Yamaha FZS 600 Fazer a practical motorcycle. As our owner's reviews state, don't expect much compared with a modern motorcycle, but for its value on the used market the Fazer 600 is still an absolute bargain.